You can rewind.
Okay, done.
If you can rewind from just
Okay.
beginning, is it possible? For,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think we have.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it. So we have seen it that how you can, where it is. Yeah. So how you can customer based on dot, you can write this based on double bracket. If you are putting the double bracket, you can get as a data frame based on the location. Here we are fetching um, row wise. So this is the row wise data. If you are putting double bracket, it will still show you the row wise, but in a data frame format. So these two examples are saying that. You can also put like two rows two rows at the same time, so that it will show you both the rows that you have seen, that you want to see. So that is also quite possible. Now the other thing is, I'm telling you that how you can mix up the row and column. Okay, how you can mix up the row and a column. So for that, the one way that is there is with the location um, syntax, which we have just seen. So here what you need to do is you need to type, let's say, d1. So what I'm saying, I want 0 and 4, but I want only customer ID and age. Okay, if that is your question, then what we need to do is 0 comma 4, and I think no, 0, the comma will go after this, and then suppose I want customer ID to age. Yes, Praveen, your video is on, so you can switch off your video. Okay, so 0 to 4. So if I say only 0 to 4, so I should say d1 dot log. Okay, so 0 to 4. So I will see all the columns. Now I can put this one, customer. Let me just copy it. So this is like 0 to 4. Everything from 0 to 4. We will come to discontinuous thing, and everything from customer to age. So it will show me this. But this time, when we are fetching a multiple rows and multiple columns, then we don't need the double bracket. Okay, so that time just the one square bracket will help, and it will show it like a data frame because it is like the rows and column. Okay, so all of you can do this. Okay, what if we don't want customer age and not customer and age, not the generic, not the gender? Okay, so for that, let me try d1 dot log 0 comma 4, and then is it working? So something like this. So you can do this thing. Okay, So you need to put both the items. So you can always say here, yeah, okay. So this is for discontinuous. So it is always like 0 and 4. And suppose I want 0 to 4. So I'm just trying. So that part is clear. So let's first freeze this. Okay. So I want 0th row and the 4th row, but I only want customer ID and age. So all of you done this? Done this? Now let me try it, but it is giving row-wise data. Yes, it will give you the row-wise data. So what do you want? And not the column. So it is giving you the column. Customer ID and age. So what exactly you want? You don't want, if you want all the columns, so you just need to just delete the 0 and 0 comma 0 comma 4, that part. That we have already done. Okay, so let me try this. Yeah, so this is working. When you say 0 colon 4 and okay, somebody is on. So please write this command. Write it and just run it. So this is for all the rows from 0 to 4. But only these two columns. You can also do this like this. Suppose I want only 0 and 4. So you can play with this, right? So, but just remove this bracket and then we can put this. So 0 and 4, but everything from customer ID to age. Okay. Fine. All done. Now I'm going to start something called Boolean indexing. So what is Boolean indexing is, once again, I'm trying to fetch the item. Suppose I'm saying that D1 and I want everything where customer ID is greater than 5. But customer ID of D1. So if I put this kind of condition, so this is like you are processing, you are selecting something from your data set. Okay, you can always just store it in a new data set. Like let's say D2 is equal to this. And this is my D2. And if I want to write it to any CSV file, to, okay. So you need to say to CSV and the file name. Let's say cust ID file.csv. So it will save all the data from your master data, but based on this condition. You can put multiple condition, you can always change the condition whatever you want, but at least this much you try. And to underscore CSV will write the data in CSV file. Okay. Okay, now there are few things, but I will just come to a section which is more relevant because we cannot cover each and everything. Okay, so I'm opening the customer. So this customer ID file is with mol underscore CSV is with you, right? What I will do is I will just deliberately add or just remove or delete something, some cell. Okay. Otherwise, I need another data set where there is an NA value. So what I will do, I will just open that file. So all of you just need to do this. You can do it on your system. Open that file, CSV file in Excel. This is just, I'm doing it to do the next task. What is that? Okay. Cust ID, mall customer. And maybe I'm just on a very first row. If you go to this mall customer file, I'm just on Excel file. I'm just deleting age, annual income,
Yes,
and
yes,
spend.
sir, you're not able to see your share, right? Excel file.
Okay, so that I thought that you can do it here, but anyway, if you want, I can share it. You can see this. So it was this earlier. I just selected it and deleted it and save this. Control S and then close the file. Right? So can all of you can easily do this, right? Now I'm going back to my original. And once again, I need to just read this file. Okay. So either you can go up here or run this again, or just copy it and paste it here and see this D1. So now you can see NaN. Okay. Suppose your data is in such a way, your original data. This is what we just cooked up. But suppose your data has some NaN value at some point of your data point, and you want to get rid of it, or maybe you want to handle it. Okay. So what are the different ways that you can handle this kind of NaN thing? Okay. Okay. So let me do this. So one way to do this is, when you say fill your NA. Okay. So this method is used to fill the values based on whatever the criteria you fix. Okay. So this is something very important, and this kind of thing may happen. Okay. So suppose I'm saying that age has one NaN. It might have other NaN also, but in this example, we have only one NaN. And I want to fill this by some age. Okay, suppose I want to fill it by 0. So the first way to do this is by filling it with 0. And for filling it, the command is fill NA. So D1 dot fill NA 0. Okay, let's fill this and see this, what happens. So it will fill all the NA with 0. If that is your requirement, you can do this. Okay, but filling 0 is not always the solution, right? So sometimes you want to fill your data set based on some criteria. Okay, fine. So maybe your criteria is maybe you want to fill it based on the mean, or based on something which is just after this, or after the NaN, or based on which data become float type. Okay, or maybe something which is just before this. So what I'm saying is, suppose I'm filling it once again the same command, fill NA, but here I'm saying method is equal to FF fill. Okay. So still it is same, right? You can see all of you do this. Please practice this with me because this is very easy. But when you are saying FF fill, it means that if what is the value of that particular column where I'm getting the NaN before, just before this. Yes, I'm going there. So first try this. It will not change anything. Okay. Now on the same command, if you say backfill, okay, so it will come one step back and see what is the value. So value is 21. So it will put it 21 to this. So here the value is for now in FF fill, there is nothing, above it. So that's why it is not filling it based on F fill. But if your NaN would be here, then backward fill and forward fill both will happen. You can try it. Unfortunately, I put the NaN in the first column, so that's why it is not doing it. But there is a value after this, so that's why it is filling in backfill. So it is B fill and F fill, both command that you can use. Okay. Okay, so let me just see. No, I replaced it with 0, but I have not overwritten my data frame. So my data frame is still same. I just showed you the result on the Jupyter. So so we saved it to CSV. So the command is data frame name. I'll show you that.
So this how this values come, sir? Backfill and for this is and then is okay missing. How this is value is coming
Okay. So
down in the backfill?
yeah,
Like
so I'm explaining it. So F fill means it will take the value just before it. So there is no value before it because this is the first row, right? So before this NaN, we don't have any row or any value for age. So the first value of the age is NaN. So there is no value before it. So that's why this F fill is not working. But backfill is take the value which is just after this. So what is after the NaN is 21. So it is just taking the value 21. Is it fine?
yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. Okay, so I'm just looking that how, because there someone asked, that how to fill this with mean value. So I'm just seeing that how we can. So meantime, you can just see. You can also drop this if there is any NA by drop NA function. So if just which is not a good, thing, but let's say, and I'm not saving it, I'm just doing it. So drop NA. So it will drop that NA rows. You can see that it is dropping that the first entry.
Sir, my question is that if you have multiple missing value, this kind of, then how will do that? That will do.
So this, it has multiple value. You mean
So-
here only in the same column?
Yeah, because you are showing only the one missing. If I have the like maybe 4 index is missing, yeah, maybe 196 index is missing. So this FF field and BF field will work out for that also.
Yes, yes, it will work.
That-
So
so
what do you want? Suppose you want nan at this place and nan at this place.
Yes, yes. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay, just hold on.
So my point is okay, sir, but it will not deviate the our result because if will take the like similar value in the both.
No, it will not take the similar value. Who is what's your name? Sorry.
Rakesh.
Rakesh. So Rakesh, I'm doing it for you and see it. So I just changed the data set and now look at the data set. It has 2 nan, okay? In the age column itself. Okay. Yes.
Yes, carry on, sir. Carry on.
Now you say, if you say fill NA with 0, it will fill both the NA nan value with 0. Okay. At first index and at fourth index, means 0 index and fourth index. Now, if you see this, say this, for this, there is no value before, so it won't be able to fill it. For fourth index, it will take this value, 23. If you say backward fill, so it will take 21, which is here. It will take this, and it will take 20, 23 or 22. Let me see. Okay, so I'm not able to see the fifth row. So, but I'm sure that the fifth row has the value 23. Sorry, 22. So that's why it is taking the value 22. If you want to confirm, you can. How? Okay. So if you want to know, this is my question to all of you. If you want to know what is the value of age on fifth index, what will be the command? Fifth index, okay, not fifth rows, fifth index, because I cannot see fifth. What is fifth? But I believe it must be 22. Can you do that? What is the command? To see the age value on fifth index. Okay, so guys, you guys are trying. Okay, so I got the first answer. Okay, so make use of head lock. Okay, so lots of people are saying lock 5, lock 5. So lock and then double square bracket and then 5. So it is saying 5 is this. So I can see this, but suppose I just want age. What I will do? So what I'll just put age and I'm getting the value 22. Okay, fine. Now we see this method. I think this should also be method is equal to mean. No, method is equal to, okay. Oh no, fill in. Yes, fill in. Yeah, so I want to replace this with the mean. That how we can replace it with the mean value. And that is what we generally, I mean, most of the times we do this. Okay. It should work, but not like method, I think. Fill NA with method is equal to, I think it's not taking mean. Okay. Okay, so is it doing it? I'm filling it with the mean value. So suppose if you have any doubt, let's clear that. So first I have one NA in my age column that we have already seen. Now I say D1 dot age. So this is my D1 dot age. I can also say D1 dot age. Okay. And then I can say dot mean. So my mean is 38.98. So when I'm saying fill NA D1 dot mean, so this is what Python is smartly doing. This is not, when we say D1 dot mean, it is not like the whole data frame has any mean. Okay, so it will be column wise only. So it will go to the column where NA is there and calculate the mean, and you can see that it has replaced it with a mean value 38.98, which is the mean we have just calculated. So this is how you can replace it with the mean. Okay. See, when we are saying D1 dot mean, so it will automatically calculate the column wise mean for all the numerical column. So that's why we can directly use it in fill NA. Fine. Yes, no. I want to see it on your chat. So this is how you can, so whatever thing you can do with the data frame, you can just use it here. Let's say if like the mean, you can, if you want to replace it with mean. Yes. So there is something called dot sum also, but that is not making any sense. But you can also replace it with the summation of all the column, all the values in that column. Okay. So that is how you, this is how you process your data if it has any NaN. Okay, so now we will jump to the another section. Don't worry, I have something, a bigger explanation, various kind of thing, where different kind of like interpolation and all these kind of things are also there. But that Jupyter notebook I'm going to share with all of you today. Okay, now I'm just looking at what else we can cover and what else that need to be covered. Okay, merge, concat. There are things like you can merge and call concat. Okay, now all of you need to call this line. So I'm just pasting it on my window here. You need to import all these, and I'm pasting it here because I just want to touch little bit of plotting. So you can process your data once you store the data into a data frame. Okay. Now the second thing is, let's see some plotting also. So like matplotlib is the plotting library for this, and I'm importing it as PLT. And you also want Seaborn poster, but that is not mandatory, but let's use it. So write it and just you know run the cell. Okay, now I have this D1, but unfortunately this D1 has some nan. So for this time I want to replace it. So this is like a real scenario. I want to replace the D1 fill NA with the mean value. Okay, now if you see D1, and this, now it has been changed. Now it has been changed, and all the nan, if it has any, has been replaced with the value mean. So all of you need to do this, and then we will see some plotting. Okay. First of all, for plotting anything, the function is plot. The very crude form, let's say I'm saying D1 dot plot, nothing specific. And this is of course not a great way, but we can always see something like this. All your numerical thing has been plotted. Like suppose now I'm saying I just want one column to be plotted, D1 dot, let's say age. So this is my age plot. Okay, it's very simple, Abdur. So what I'm saying is, just first call these three libraries or three commands, run these three commands, and fill this, because if you don't have NA in your data set, just leave this and then see your data frame and simply say your data frame dot plot. It will plot every numerical column by default and give some color. If you want to plot only one column, let's say age, so I'm saying D1 dot age and then dot plot. Yes. Okay, so all of you plotted it before plot command. You mean this? If I double click the output file, the output will be hidden. So all the commands are here. Okay. And the same thing that we have plotted, we can also say D1 this age dot plot. Sorry, plot is a function. We can also say this. Let's say age comma what is the name? Customer ID. Oh no. it is not taking. Okay, why it is not taking it? Okay, yes. Oh, so it can plot both like two columns, but separate two columns. Okay. Now, suppose I say D1 dot the same command just for one column. Let's make it simple right now. So we have already done this kind of thing. Now in this, we just need to make one change and say kind is equal to, inside the plot, say kind is equal to bar. So it will show it as a bar. Which error? So bar is definitely not a very good example here, but what I can give you an example for bar, just to show you the bar chart. Can all of you just do this? What kind of error in the data? So I'm just pasting here a command. I think there is a double equal to something. You just remove that. Just take this command, run it. I'll show you. This is just a data frame I'm building on my own because the data file that I'm using may not have the correct the data to show it as a bar. So here I'm just randomly creating a data for these four columns. And now if I say df16 dot plot and kind is equal to bar, yeah, so then you can see your bar chart like this. Okay, so see, matplotlib is a huge library and we may not be able to cover it everything, but this, and I want you guys to explore it. Okay, so let me just cover whatever is in my list. Okay, rest we may talk or may communicate. Now you can also change the type of the bar chart. So if you say bar, same, but I think stack, no. Yeah, box plot, everything is possible here. Stack is equal to true. So same data now as a stack format. Initially it was one after another, all your A, B, C, D. Now it is like this. Okay, so you can see this stack string.
Yeah, can I see the code for this?
Yeah, so
It's up there. Cannot see.
okay, yeah. Stack
Yeah.
is same, just you need to say stack is equal to true. And copy this once again and paste here. Okay, and this time kind equal to bar, you say kind equal to bar h and see what happens. Yes, done. Okay, okay. SP Singh, just have a breath. I'm telling you. Okay, so if it is bar H, it is like this. Can you see this? Horizontal. Now, because SP Singh is very keen to know that box, so that is also very simple. Just say box. Okay, just kind equal to box and all A, B, C, D. Oh, what this bar is explaining. So you remember my data set is okay. First, see the data set. So this is my data set. I have 10 rows and 4 columns. Every column has some value. You can see this. These are just randomly selected just to plot the bars. And so A, B, C, D are the columns. So let me show this. So first time when I plotted it, so it is showing the value of A. So you can see the value of A is given by blue color. So first time it has this value, whatever the value is, the value is 0.67, and then this, and all the other columns also has some respective value. Okay, horizontal one. Okay, horizontal one is also stacked. So it is, in stack, what is no it, so you have 10 stacks. Okay, so these 10 stacks representing your 10 columns, 10 rows. Okay, and each row has 4 columns, so these colors representing those 4 colors. So what is the value of this? Blue is what? Blue is A. So A has 0.67. So that value is from here to here. If you come on the x-axis, you can see it is 0.67. If it is 0.67, I don't know. In 9, it is not actually 0.67. You can see that it is 0.92. It is 0.92. Then what is next? Next is 0.55. So this orange bar will be 0.55. So this is stacking. Just you imagine that all these bars are stacked on one another. That's it. See, guys, you need to. I know that this plotting thing has many curiosity and many stuff that we can do, but we need to just stop it at some point, because otherwise I have to take the whole session on plotting. Like we have done it for R, we have not done it for this, what do you say, for Python. Maybe sometimes we can have it. Oh, so box plot you want to know. So box plot essentially showing that how the data is scattered. Okay, so the box plot, every box plot has a midline. Okay, has a line inside the box which is showing the mean value of that column. So A has a mean value, whatever the mean value, that green line is showing the mean value. Now how many data points, so this what is the section of that particular column has value above the mean is shown by this. Okay, and this is shown by what are the values which is lower than this. Then we have maximum and minimum. So this is like maximum and minimum. And then if there is any outlier, like in B, there is a outlier, so that is coming at the end. Okay, Now I'll go back to one thing which we have just done it on a data frame. And this plotting I just explained because in one of our mini project that we are planning to give to all of you has this plotting thing. Okay. Now, I have couple of minutes. One thing I can do is, let me just do this. I may not be able to give a hands-on, but what I can do instead of giving the hands-on, I can explain you there. So let me first open that. Okay. So there is something called function, and we all are aware with this thing, function. When we say function, it means that a set of instructions which we want to do every time. Okay. So how, so like print is a user, print is a library function, but we do have functions which we can define. So how we define a function, so for and how we define and execute a function. So this is a very very basic example. So the first thing is the syntax. So you need to know the syntax. So this should be started with def. Okay. The keyword that we want should be for defining starting the function should be started with def, and then the name of function and the parenthesis, and in parenthesis parameter. If we need any parameter, then it should be a parameter. Okay, so I'm telling you this function is making the square of any number, so it needs a number, at least one number. So I'm saying x, okay, then colon, okay, then what you want to do in that function. Okay, so this is very simple. Suppose can you all write this? So I'm writing it, trying to write it. Oh, sorry. Just quickly see that how we deal with function. So I said def, I'm writing it so that you can also write, and say print underscore square, because I need at least one number. So this, and say print x2. Okay, can everyone write this in your last cell and execute it and tell me what is happening. Is it showing anything? No. Is it showing any error? No. Okay, so if it is that, then it means your function is fine. Now this function is defined here. Now I just want, so every time when I want to square any number, I just have to say print underscore square and pass that number and call that. So this is called calling a function. This is called declaring a function, and this whatever you write inside that is like defining a function. So you first declare, define, and then call. Okay. So this is what we have done. So all of you guys can see this thing, or this is something exciting. Now Let's try to sum two number. Who can write a function that will sum two number and print the result? Write it, because we started 5-6 minutes late and we also lost some time because of connectivity. So we can go for next 4-5 minutes. Write a function to sum two numbers. And if you have done it, let me know if any one of you done it. No, Mehtab. Sum two numbers, not two, not the numeric two, two numbers. Like I want to sum 5 and 7. Okay, Teddy is, I think he is correct. Rucha is also correct. Yeah, so you guys are wonderful. So Sandeep has better representation. I would go with that. So Sandeep said that it needs two number. I will say number is A and B. And so what is A and B? So A and B is nothing right now. When you call, so suppose I'm passing this value 3, so that value will be passed and stored in X. Similarly here. So I think all of you have done this, right? So suppose I'm calling sum underscore 2 and then 2 and 3, and it is giving me 5, right? So you can understand. So these are very, very small function, but you can understand you can write n number of codes here. Okay. You can always write lots of coding in one function, and whatever, if you want that thing to be executed every time, you define a function and put it there and just call a function. Okay. Okay. You can also return it. So this function, maybe I can show you here. So can you see this 14, cell number 14? I'm not sure. Is it shared? Yes. Okay. So it is saying sum and difference both. So A and B, as you guys have already done, now returned A plus B and A minus B. Now let me tell you what is returned. So in this cases, we are not returning anything. We are just printing it there itself. Now I can change it. I can say return X, and here I would just, because if it is returning this calling, when you are calling, it is going here and it is returning X. So X need to be stored somewhere. So now result has that value 5. Okay. So this is how the return works. So come back here and see y comma y underscore prime. So you can have multiple return. So then you should have multiple assignment also. So it is returning summation and subtraction. So summation will go to y and subtraction will go to y underscore prime. Okay. Now that is, I think, yes. Okay, so lambda, I think need not to be discussed here right now. Okay, so this is how you deal with functions. So before we leave, can we write a function where we are comparing two numbers and printing the number which is greater? So write a function that compares two number and printing the function number which is greater. Just in 2 minutes. And then we will stop it. Okay, if you guys are taking time, I think we should have done this now. Def compare two number x, y if x is greater than y. Oh, okay. Have we done this if else? Yes, okay. If this, I think Teddy is correct. Right? And then run this and call this function compare. Don't put any space. It doesn't look good. Compare and say 3, 4, and it is printing this. I can say larger number is this, otherwise this. Okay. Yes, so other people also are doing it. Okay, great. Return also. Return can also work. If you don't want to print there, you can return, and then in next command you can print. Okay, guys. So I think now I just should stop it. I hope that all of you guys must have learned a lot in this last 9 days. Okay. And we do have one more day left, but that I'm planning for maybe after the machine learning part. Okay. So I think now we very soon going to start this machine learning part. And then after machine learning, we will do a small exercise. Okay. Maybe Praveen is not here.
I am here, sir. I am here, sir.
Okay, okay.
So due to some local weather issues, there is a breakage in internet, and some messy situation happened for me. so sorry for that. But sir, tomorrow and the day after tomorrow, I think Dr. Satya will deliver.
I think tomorrow and day after tomorrow, or just tomorrow?
There are on 29.
So we have just covered right now how many sessions? I think 7 sessions, not 9.
Sir, total 4 sessions of yourself and 3 sessions of Dr. Satya.
Yes, yes.
So
okay.
There are 2 more sessions of Dr. Satya, and we will defer your project session post machine learning part.
Yes.
Because we think that that is the best time for the project after completion of Python based module.
Okay.
Machine learning will be also Python based, so it will be better to have project after the machine learning part as suggested by you.
Yes, yes. So tomorrow and day after tomorrow, Satya is going to take the classes, and then we will come back again, me and Satya both, for the final project and wrapping it up.
So we will share the video recording of this session.
Okay.
After some time, along with the Python file, and also if you have any recommendation for our upcoming workshop, you can ping me on WhatsApp